Imagine a river flowing through the mountains. Over thousands of years, the river will erode the mountainside, slowly eating away at the land around it and leaving a valley behind. Now imagine the same things happening inside your cell phone or laptop. It might sound crazy, but it is happening through a process called electromigration. Electromigration occurs when electrons, acting like a river, flow through a conductor acting like the mountain, pushing material out of the way until eventually it breaks an electronic device. This is seen in the bottom right on my slide. Electromigration is happening constantly in electronics, and with increased demands for performance and power, engineers need to consider the impacts that performance improvements that they implement have on the reliability of a device. One major area of concern for the reliability of electronics is solder joints. Solder joints are these small metal balls that are used as a connection material between two metal components on a device. And with increased demands for performance and power, these solder joints are at greater risk for failure due to electromigration damage. Now, looking back at the analogy to the river, this increase in performance and power demands is kind of like the water in the river flowing more quickly. So, as you can imagine, that would erode the mountainside more quickly as well, and that's what happens in electronics. Basically, with higher demands for performance and power, the solder joints are degrading and ultimately failing more quickly. Ultimately, what if our electronic devices only lasted a few weeks or months instead of years like we expect? This is something that could really happen if important electromigration and reliability research was not done. In my research, I'm looking into methods for minimizing electromigration damage. What if the water in the river was split into several small streams instead of one large river? As you can imagine, these small streams would erode the mountainside more slowly, maybe taking millions of years instead of thousands. In my research, I am developing a one-of-a-kind electromigration test system, which is pictured in the top left on the slide. And this system is capable of evaluating electromigration damage at high power conditions. I'm also looking into a similar method for minimizing electromigration damage, where electrons are spread across an entire solder joint rather than being allowed to build up in one region. This should have the effect of reducing current crowding and ultimately significantly improving device lifetimes. Obviously, this would be great for everyday electronics, such as cell phones or laptops, lasting longer. But on top of that, any industry that relies on electronics, like the healthcare industry, aerospace industry, would be greatly benefited as well. Thank you.